Good morning, everyone. This morning, this one is going to be the third week of May, which are going to start with these days, with the markets likely to open on a cautious negative tone. So this ended week already recorded on chart with over 2% of changes when between the previous week on week basis. So the extended way of behavior we can see on the chart because of the unsettled tensions, which has not highly escalated, but which is being loitered, which is clearly affecting the commodity prices, particularly crude oil. So which are all directly having an impact on the every country's, every economy's forex and trade and commerce related activities. So in all the way, the impact is being shaky for the economic growth and all. The things and all not settled as we can claim. And because of that, the markets, no way to escape from that kind of shocks, observations across the global, whether it is economy or market, no way to escape. So this is what the thing going to drive for the our markets, particularly in the near-term perspective, which is having the opening value of Indian markets today under the tone of bearish, which may be the continuation of the previous or current behavior also we can term. So that is what going to rule the market, going to drive the market in particularly today and most probably the 21st and the 22nd of May, as we have depicted and mentioned or discussed already. As per the behavioral analysis, that particular 2 days, 21st and 22nd of May, will be acting as the crucial trend setter for even this June month's one. At least mid of June, based on the high and low, what the market's actually going to record on chart, we'll be having the chance or we'll be having the opportunity to drive the markets in the same direction based on the high or a low break. So this is what the general informative one we can discuss first before discussing today's one. And you just look at the phrase what we have mentioned here. Markets already in the bearish condition from the positional perspective. Even though it has started or attempted towards bouncing back and that 2 or 3 days of bounce back and all were being utilized to build fresh shorts or sell the holdings at the meaningful hikes the market witnessed like. So if it is so, the continuation of the existing behavior of the market, which got actually denoted in the way of mentioning this kind of a bearful or a fearful day for markets. Of course, this today's market is maximum having the tone setting or a trend setting for the entire week, as we already footed on the pessimistic note or a negative note, the thing and all will be setting a stressful confirmation or the turnaround confirmation within this week, probably 21st or 22nd we can expect, but until then it is a continuation of the existing behavior. This is 18th May 2026, the pre-market outlook we are going to discuss. A gap down opening is expected for the NIFTY and Sensex. In terms of volatility, if you want to look out, monitor means yes, probability will be very high for the volatility is getting escalated or getting mounted. So the volatility, whenever it is happening, based on the levels for the range we have set on the NIFTY or wherever it is, stock or a sector, the trading strategies can be constructed, approached, and get the results based on the behavioral analysis we have provided. So that only reflected by the levels we have mentioned here. The behavior is being reflected by the levels where we get. The date what we have mentioned and all based on the levels one can get experience and understand. So this is what the way of approach for behavior based outcomes what we are providing. So in that manner, after opening, if the Nifty is trying to hold 23,500, that would be good. But anyhow, the volatility will be there with a sell on a rise approach that can be seen throughout the day. If it is struggling to cross 23,700, in case even it has tried to attempt giving bounce and all, it is of course for the sellers as a great opportunity nearing to the 23,700 or between 23,600 to 700. One can actually try to build the shorts, buy the puts, and enjoy the rewards based on the rejections as expected once we get until 23,500 is getting retouched or retested. That 200 points, at least 150 points, one can enjoy by the way of accurately picking or entering at the stage. So that is the strategy for the sellers. And long traders are not advised to build any aggressive long positions, even it is for intraday or positional. Particularly, the position traders should avoid participating on the long side, and it should be required to close consecutively 2 sessions about 23,700. Then only you can get the confirmation for building the long. Until otherwise, even though it is trying to bounce, just treat that bounce as a selling opportunity. From the sector front, energy, oil and gas will be the leaders to dominate in today's market movement. Along with that, IT, the majority of the IT companies can be expected. We'll see whether they bounce back and are going to happen on the IT sector, even though it is not still signaled or indicated that the turnaround is going to happen. Like it is still under the clear bearish tone. So every rise there also can be treated as an opportunity to sell or buy the put option. But anyhow, once the confirmation get from the way of turning around, we'll be intimating there onwards, it is better to focus building the long positions, and investment based suggestions also will be there for the IT companies. Bank and finance are the heavy-weighted one. It will be following the trend as Nifty goes. But anyhow, the finance will be most concentrated one today than the bank. Then the metal as a sector based on the earnings outcome, already the structure got clearly revamped for the metals. So even the profit picture and all coming through the way of building shorts or selling, booking the profits. It may be prudent for the traders to watch out metal stocks if the retracements and all between 2 to 3%. If you see between the prices of the metal stocks during the ended week, that means previous week and the today's one, if you are seeing 2 to 3% gap, that means from the high, if the stocks are showing the fall of 2 to 3% means one can try to enter that particular metal stocks, and the same 2% or more than that also can be expected in the way of profit, since it is a suggestion for long build-up. And vice versa, if the stocks what are all fallen in the previous week under the metal sector, which is trying to bounce 2 to 3% higher, means one can think of building shorts by the way of creating put options or selling the call options. Like, so the metals in the way of overall outlook for the metal will be in a highly active day today. From the stocks front, the Tata Steel sale based on the earnings outcome, the good result announced with the Tata Steel probably will be impacting the prices of the Tata Steel stock, and Hindustan Copper, ITC Hotels, Solar Industries, Cochin Shipyard, Aditya Birla Capital. Except this Aditya Birla Capital, based on the fundraising news, all other stocks were being listed based on the earnings outcome. Today's earnings watchouts includes Indian Oil Corporation, Gujarat Narmada Valley Fertilizers and Chemicals, JSW Cement, Ola Electric Mobility, Indraprastha Gas, Sun Pharma Advanced Research, and many more there to announce their March ended quarterly result. So traders are highly encouraged to follow prudent stop loss management across the transactions. It would be better to enjoy the best risk and reward. So that's it from today's pre-market discussion, as along with the weekly based outlook what we have discussed on the Saturday. Based on that, the extension of the behavior, what it is going to be happen, that have been already hooked, and that is going to be witnessed, and that is going to be watched out by you all, and based on the strategies and levels we have discussed, one can approach in the way the explanation what we have provided and all will be hopefully reached you or made you understand where to enter and where you should not enter like. So that is more important than the entering. So keep following the strategies, outcomes, and levels what we have discussed today forever. Thank you for your participation. We'll be meeting again in tomorrow's pre-market outlook. And then wish everyone to have a successful trading day today. Bye-bye.